Now let me give you the best review of what happened today regarding this judge rule, Terrence Bradley. All right, let me give you the story. Let's go through it step by step by step. First of all, I don't want to be a killjoy, and I don't want to ruin anybody's fun, but much too much has been made of his testimony. I'm sorry. I know that's horrible to say. I know people think like this is the most important thing. It's not the most important thing in the least. It's not. It just isn't. It's not the most important thing. Not even remotely close. What it was is an absolute cluster in terms of lying on parade, the likes of which nobody has ever seen. And it was a beautiful combination of lying and absolute stupidity. Lying and stupidity. Sitting there with his pen. Do you see him drawing like a little kid? It reminds me, it's weird. It's almost like this is terrible, when a child is a victim of something, like a child saw something. You say, okay, Tommy, now where'd you go? And you go, oh, I don't know, I was there. Kind of like, take me away. Let me look down. Let me click the pen. Let me not look. This is a grown man. This is a lawyer who is a combination of imbecilic and an amnesiac. Completely. It was. I've never seen this before. I mean, I thought they were bad. I thought Wade was bad with those painful, like those, he's trying to remember it. Or when somebody would say something or make him think of something, it was like he was passing some hockey puck Bezor. He's just in complete and total pain. Remember that look of him, like, oh my God, it just. But this guy is just the buffoon. He's just a complete and total buffoon. There's no other words around it. And see, that's the beautiful point. And it was so great to watch it, because I'm always thinking maybe there's a, I'm always thinking maybe I'm reading too much into this. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm reading always too much into this whole stuff. Maybe I'm always trying to figure out ways that are just, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm just. I don't know, because sometimes I'm thinking to myself, this can't be happening. I'm thinking maybe he's like jumping on the grenade. Maybe he's deliberately acting this stupid so that we'll forget Fani, whatever her name is, and Wade, and forget about. Meanwhile, who they forgot about is Trump. Trump's not even in this anymore. Congratulations. Maybe he's a double agent. Maybe she's a double agent. Maybe this is a work. The testimony was so irrelevant. And there's two things I want to say. First of all, his testimony, you just had to see it. I mean, they nailed him. This is the lawyer from 2018. From 2018 until 2021, 2022. He said, do you remember talking to this was your client? This is your divorce client, and you never talked about whether he was in a relationship with another woman? I mean, what? This is, now the judge must be saying to himself, this is bullshit. Pardon my French. That's the legal term, by the way. Do you think, are you lying? Any other judge I know would have said, how dare you? Because remember, there's no jury here. This is a hearing. This is in front of a judge. This is a motion to basically disqualify the prosecutor, Fani Willis. So there's no jury there. This is like lawyer to lawyer. And all of these objections, I've asked and answered. Oh, for Christ's sake, would you stop this? I know you want to leave a record, but asked and answered, please. We got 15 different defendants here. Yeah, you're going to ask the same thing, but lawyer, A is not going to dovetail with lawyer G. Stop this. When lawyers object too much, It can be effective somehow, but can also piss off juries and judges because I want to get through this, and you're interrupting. And I know what's going on. I'm a judge. What do you mean, asked and answered? Do you think I'm going to be somehow prejudiced? Me? There's no jury here. What are you doing? These objections are great unless you realize, hey, I'm on TV, I'm going to get to be a lawyer. I don't know. That's the beauty of having either a bench trial or a motion practice or an appellate practice, because you get to deal with a judge and you get right into the story. Now, that's one thing. Here's the other part that I found to be absolutely the most interesting. Judge McAfee. I didn't know who was more nervous and more upset and more uncomfortable, Bradley or the judge. Is the judge thinking, I don't know what the hell to do here. I can't lose this case. I can't take it away from Fani. I can't. If I take it away from Fani, they'll never let me forget it. I'll be doomed. I can't do that. I can't do that. But then again, I have to, because I don't want to be a Judge Ito. Everybody knows not only are they lying, but it's lie upon lie upon lie. And the incredible amount of this hostility and this parade of jadruls and idiots, one worse than the other. You think nobody can be worse than Fani. Then you get Nathan. This poor guy just didn't know anything. But this guy, Terrence, should have his ticket removed, his license, because I don't think he remembers anything. I mean, last night I was watching rewatching this portion of the Wendy Williams thing, which is so sad when she was losing her mind. She was more together than he was. This guy didn't remember anything. I don't know, playing with writing, taking notes, like a little boy, scribbling like, I don't want to be here. This oaf, this boorish, imbecilic, amnesiac oaf. It was incredible. But I don't know who's freaking me out more, Terrence Bradley or the judge. Look, the judge does this. If the judge says, I'm going to grant the motion to disqualify, what does this do to his political career? They may say, we are going to destroy you. If you had any future in Democratic politics, whether it's a future judgeship, state Supreme Court, maybe federal, I don't know, some big white shoe law firm, who knows? You are toast. If you do this, you're dead. You're finished. Or you're going to be toast and finished if you don't do it. You'll be the idiot Judge Ito who didn't grant the obvious motion to disqualify or to disqualify the prosecutor, Fani Willis. I mean, it's ridiculous. This would have never ever. And for him to sit there and allow this blatant perjury and show no reaction whatsoever, none. I'm telling you. And we could sit there and we could talk about, break each little point down. And yeah, that's okay. But it's the composite I want you to get. So right now, as we remember, who knew this would end up where it was? Who knew? You have Ashley Merchant, who was the lawyer for Michael Roman. She started this thing. She and then Sadow, the lawyer for Rudy Giuliani. This thing, I don't even think they realized it was going this far. And this idiot, when they said, did you see when I showed you these statements and I had you review them? And you said, uh-huh. And remember, they were attached to this thing called motion to disqualify? Uh-huh. Did you read that? Uh-huh. So now you pretend like what? You didn't understand what this was about? It was to disqualify her. Because if you think the judge is worried about his future, this guy, he's got to move to another state. They will burn him. Not only that, he's ruined. He's the oaf. He's the idiot. If Saturday Night Live were really into comedy and not political referencing, he would be the number one. He would be a character on some, I don't know, let's ask Terry. I don't know. These long pauses where he's wondering, what do I say? I don't think, I swear to you, I have never seen between Fani, Nathan, and Terrence, I call him Terry, it is a veritable cavalcade, a parade of idiots. And this judge, this guy's looking like, are you in on this too? What are you waiting for? Whose side are you on? This is a no-brainer. Punt. Get rid of this. Not going to dismiss the case. Let it go to another prosecutor, another county. Let them figure it out and be done with it. You're going to say there's no way you can possibly. I don't care what happens politically. And believe me, Fani ultimately will be glad, because the only reason, and remember this, the only reason that I would not want that to happen is that if there is a God, I would love to see her cross-examine, if he wouldn't take the stand, but somehow Donald Trump. That would be the greatest thing I think I could even imagine. What do you think, my friends? Am I being too harsh? Nah. Don't you love this? Yeah. This is one of the this case is so terrific. It is so great. It just screams. Anyway, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also, dear friends, dear great friends, I ask you to comment as you see fit.